The other day I was playing this guy and he was really good. He hit with massive spin. I mean, that ball was coming dirty. That ball will bounce on the baseline and get above my shoulder immediately. And it's very annoying. Playing against this guy reminded me that I have to move better, because if you play like I used to play, like back in the 90s, a little bit more flat, you're not gonna cut it. Nowadays, tennis is played with a lot of heavy spin, and if you're not used to it, I mean, it could get really hard on you very fast. So today, we are breaking down the modern forehand. I'm gonna show you stances, tactical reads, and a proper baseline to net transition. That way, you're not only surviving an aggressive player, you're actually gonna be able to take some points and more control. And if you're just tuning in, my name is Gus. I'm a full-time tennis coach and also a player trying to get back in shape so I can be competitive at college level. Welcome to my vlog.
Coach Gus goes back to college.
If you learned to play tennis in the 90s, you were probably taught the exact same things that I was. You know, like for example, the grip. Hold the racket like if you were shaking hands with somebody, turn sideways, put one foot in front of the other, and go low to high as you brush up on the ball. Not exactly the same way we teach tennis nowadays. The modern forehand is going to be hit with more open hips towards the neck, and also a different grip. Instead of holding your racket like this, you're going to hold it like that. Great examples of who changed this mainly for our game are Rafa Nadal and Serena Williams. They showed us that it's okay to stand open and swing through the ball, developing a lot of natural topspin. Nowadays, that's the standard, and it has many variations. I'm going to show you two stances today. The first one is going to be the semi-open stance, widely used for rallies. You can go cross-court or down the line, making it the easiest choice. The first thing you're going to do is just set up that back foot behind the incoming ball, turn your shoulders, and as you set your feet, you're going to put this foot slightly open. You don't want to go all the way in front of the other one. You're going to put it slightly to the side. That way your hips are semi-open against the court, against the net. All right. Once you coil, then everything is going to happen with the kinetic chain. The power is going to come from the ground up. You push forward, and then from the foot goes through the knee, through the hip, through the shoulder, and into the shot. Widely used, one of the most popular options out there right now. Now we're going to talk about the open stance. Think about it as a good way to go from defense to offense. You are going to use it when you get pushed outside of the court, okay? You're all the way out here in the corner, and you're going to set up this outer leg. That's going to be your anchor. And then as you turn and rotate, head in front of you, rotate, and now your body naturally ends up in a good position to recover back to your spot. That's why a lot of players use it when they're forced with that heavy balls coming out, bounces on the court, and it's pushing you away. Set up, open your hips, and rotate through the shot, finishing up this way. Another way that we can use the open stance is when we're running around the backhand. Basically, the ball's coming slightly to the center. It's not really out wide for you to hit a backhand. You're going to run around the ball, foil your body, and set up with an open stance. Again, the outer leg is going to be your anchor. It's going to be the one giving you the balance. And then the hip is going to be completely open to the court. As you rotate, you're back again, squared up, and easy peasy to the recovery part. The whole purpose of the open stance or the semi-open stance is to keep your body in balance. The better stance you have before you hit the ball, the better quality of shot you're going to perform. Nowadays, kids are moving so fast that they have learned to slide on hard courts. Yeah, not me. I like my knees and joints. For your drills, I want you to take it easy first. I want you to start with just shadow swings. Practice the footwork. Start in the middle of the court, take a couple steps out, set up your feet like if you were hitting a semi-open stance, and then rotate through the shot. Come back and do a few more. Once you feel comfortable with the semi-open, go ahead and practice the open stance. Same thing, but this time you're going to go a longer distance. Start in the middle, take a few steps away, Do a shadow swing with an open stance, having that outer leg fully loaded. Rotate through, and you should find yourself in a good position to run back to your spot. After you've done that a few times, you can start going into some actual hitting with the ball. Up next, you're gonna have somebody feed you the ball, or you can self-feed. Grab a bucket of balls and then start in the middle, run out, set up your semi-open stance, hit, and come back. Same thing you're gonna do it with the open stance. You're gonna go out a longer distance, set up your open stance, hit the ball, and recover back. Once you've done this, you are ready for the final progression or drill, where you are going to try to hit with either a ball machine or a partner with a rally. I want you to hit semi-open stance, and if the ball goes out wide, you're gonna use your open stance. If you got a ball machine, it will be easy to set up that wide shot, but if you have a partner that can rally, it will be more realistic. Moving on. Now we're gonna talk about reading the ball. Advanced players don't just swing, they actually read the apex. Yes, we're getting very technical here. The apex is basically when the ball reaches its highest point, and it's very important for you to know that. If you get behind the ball but the ball is falling past its highest point, then you need to get under it and accelerate as much as you can so you can develop massive topspin. If you find yourself behind the ball, but the ball is going to that apex or is rising up to it, you have to hit behind the ball and drive through it. But you have to commit to it. You can't decelerate the racket. If you do that, it's not gonna be bueno, my friend. Don't you add any power here. I don't want you to go crazy with your hips and legs. All you gotta do is use the ball's momentum. Just hit through that ball, extend your arm, and commit to it, all right? If you don't do that, you don't brush it a little bit from the back, you're gonna sail that ball long. For your drill, what I want you to practice is racket head acceleration. You're gonna be very close to the net, and you're either gonna self-feed or have your partner feed you very low balls. You're gonna drop the racket head low and brush up on it, okay? You're practicing that racket head acceleration with your wrist. After you do that a few times and you feel how much you can brush up on the ball, I want you to move back and rally. If you have your partner, just rally, and every time you see the ball coming low or you let the ball go after that apex, I want you to get under it and accelerate through. You should see the ball flying at least 4 feet over the net and landing just past the service line on the other side. If you do this properly, that ball is gonna kick immediately and is gonna push your opponent back. If you have a wide shot and you use it, you can develop a killer angle, making you a very dangerous player. The other drill that I want you to practice is gonna be hitting those shots on the rise or right before it gets to the apex, meaning you're gonna drive through that ball. It is very difficult to do it with a selfie shot, but you can try just working on that arm extension and hitting through the ball. Now, if you have a ball machine, set up the ball machine to hit you high shots that are deep, and as soon as the ball is coming up, I want you to hit on it and drive through. Remember, commit to it so it won't sail long. Now, if you have a decent partner that can control the ball very well and they can feed you the ball, or you guys can set up a rally, go ahead and do that. But remember, you want to try to practice getting closer to that ball, hitting through and not adding a lot of power, not adding a lot of space, but more of an arm extension. And that's how you practice driving through that shot. Now, my amiguitos from YouTube, the whole point of you hitting quality shots is to get rewarded, right? So the reward is either your opponent making a mistake or them giving you a short ball that would allow you to from the baseline all the way up to the net. Here's the thing about recreational players. They panic a lot when they see the short ball. They either get anxious and tap the ball back to the opponent, or they try to go crazy on that shot that ends up sailing long or going wide. But not you, my friend. You got me helping you out, right? You're an advanced player with a bright future ahead of you. Hit the ball deep. Put some spin on it. Push your opponent back, and then after that, keep moving forward. If you hit the ball with spin and it has a nice flight that is going up high first and then dive it down, you're buying yourself time to get to your next spot on the court. Once you're moving up to the net, don't you dare running all the way here and kissing the net, because guess what? Your opponent is going to see you doing that and they're going to lob you. And I don't mean lob you. No, I mean love you. Not the same feeling. For our next drill, we're gonna play some points. We're gonna make it fun. You can play this either cross court, down the line, half court, or you can play the full singles court. The idea is that your opponent or your partner is gonna feed you a short ball. You know what to do with that, right? You're gonna hit that approach shot and then you're going to transition to the net. You as the attacker, moving up and putting pressure on the opponent, you will have to get 12 points. But your opponent, the one that is defending and scrambling for the life back there, they only have to get 6. So, like I said, play cross court, play down the line, have fun with it, and practice your transition to the net. And there you have it, my friend. If you are struggling on the court, all you gotta do is practice, okay? Save this video for later, practice the drills that I just gave you, or even better, download my app on the App Store or Google Play. It is called My Tennis Drills. And you can have all the drills and courses that I'm preparing for absolutely free. All you gotta do is just download it. And now, a college update. I got news. Guess who just got their first practice at their new tennis team? Yeah, I'm part of the Chiefs. So this week's update comes from a very special place. I am at the Waubonsee Community College tennis courts. These courts are beautiful, and I just finished the practice that I had scheduled for this week. So Coach Gene and Coach Bruce were kind enough to invite me over to have a hitting session with the team. They are getting ready to wrap up their spring session for this year, and I was, coming out to help them get some reps in and things like that. Also gave me the chance to check them out, see how the level was, and I gotta tell you, they are a phenomenal group of kids that are really young players, and I had a lot of good time with them on court. I got to meet 2 of the teammates that will be leaving this year. Unfortunately, I won't be playing with them next year, but still, big shout out for Matt and for Johnny. These kids are awesome, and I wish them the best. I think they have big goals and hopes for the future. So you guys are gonna be doing great. I did have a chance to play with Cam and Henry, who they will be at the team next year, and I know they have some newcomers who I will hopefully meet in the summer. So we can expect now a little bit more action at the Waubonsee courts and practices out here. So hopefully between that and the things that I'm doing at Vaughn, we can keep going with this and keep bringing you updates. And you just, keep seeing how it's everything going. So yeah, stay tuned. This is going to be fun. So I really think that's all I have for today. Thank you very much for everybody that writes me emails, gives me comments, likes, and subscribes to my channel and social media. I really appreciate it. I know you have your own life, you have your own things going on, and just for you to take the little time it takes to give me a comment, to go out of your way just to say some kind words that are supporting me on this journey, on this challenge, I really appreciate that. You're awesome. Thank you very much for that. And that's it. I think we're on a good path here, and hopefully these videos and these things that I'm sharing with you are inspiring you to practice tennis in a better way, or just inspiring you to do hard things in life, like going back to college at the age of 40 plus years old, because doing hard things in life sometimes is worth it. I think it is very worth it. So once again, thank you very much. Remember to download my app. I'm only gonna take free 500 downloads. After that, I will be charging for this amazing, phenomenal content that you are helping me create. And hopefully I get to do some more stuff as well, like events and all other things that I have in mind. I have a whole world of things in my mind that I can do with this. But that's it for today. Thank you very much for paying attention, and I will see you on the next one. Now go practice, because only practice makes you better, my friend. Bye bye, amigos.